welcome to the MMA Shower Special podcast, sponsored by hattonjameslegal.co.uk. Please go to hattonjameslegal.co.uk for all your employment law needs. In this special episode of the MMA Shower, it's the MMA Shower does the FIFA World Cup 2018. It's correct, the FIFA World Cup 2018. A drastic change from the usual covering MMA and boxing. So we're covering the World Cup in Russia, happening on June the 14th, mainly because we're football fans and we're interested in all aspects of the World Cup it brings. And in this special episode, we'll try to predict the winner of the World Cup, easy. Assess which player would probably have the most, maybe score the most goals. Doesn't always go hand in hand. And look at the very special player that is Lionel Messi, and probably his last to get World Cup glory, 32, and this is going to be probably the World Cup. Right, in the studio with me is a special guest, all the way from London town, and he's known simply as the Diamond. So how are you?
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to the World Cup?
I mean, essentially, I hope this tournament's better than the Euro. And in terms of who I would like Argentina to.
Well, give us your two teams.
Two teams that I think going to win it, either Belgium or France.
Okay, so with your head, it's Belgium and Argentina?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think Belgium remind me of Spain. Remember when Spain used to have good players?
Passing players, holding the ball.
But they couldn't quite get to that level. And
until they won the Euro 2000 and after that.
Proper charge, and I think that's...
Which coincided with Barcelona rising.
Yeah, definitely. I think Belgium have talent players. Whether they'll be able to gel as a team, that's the question.
I think man for man, they probably match any side in the world at the moment. Man for man.
Yeah, definitely talent as well. But then you got to look outside. Like Germany, they were able to leave out Sane.
He's had a very good season with Man City.
The Premier League players from him. He's been out. And like I said with Argentina, you look through Argentina's squad.
But why haven't they won a final? They've been in 4 finals, 3 Copa America, 1 obviously World Cup last time round in 2014. They lost to Brazil in 2007 Copa America 3-0, and Chile twice in 2 Copa.
Yeah, I agree with you. You got to remember, you need to pretty well. But even last tournament, they did not in the final. Did not impress me.
They didn't play in the typical Argentinian way. They were good. They were efficient, but I think they won most of the games 1-0.
Yeah, and in knockouts. So they were not convincing at all. I personally think that if he was going to do it, should have done. I think it's going to be very, very hard. Now, reason being is because European soil.
Yeah, and normally the country that wins is from that.
Oh yeah, I've got one.
I think the only 2 teams to win it outside their country, Brazil in Sweden, and Germany last.
Well, this is it. Listen to this. If you break European nation 34 in South America, they've only ever won it. How many times did
South American team? I think Brazil are 4, Argentina and Uruguay.
No. In European soil.
Oh right, okay. 6
once.
Yeah, that was Brazil.
That was 58.
In Sweden.
Yeah.
When Pele was.
The others were 3rd, 4th.
When they're abroad. But don't forget, in the last 20, 30 years, most South American players play club football in Europe.
No.
So that will probably change. So historically, the continent.
But then we say that, but then look what happened. That was the same with European team, South American time around. So
True.
That's what tells you. But I mean, just want to talk a little bit about Lionel Messi. I believe this is his winning. This is his last chance, if I'm honest, for him to be able to win. We know because Cristiano Ronaldo's league. It's the only way he's going to win the Cup.
2 years before that,
Euros, exactly. This is the only way he's going to be able to trump Ronaldo to winning. It's the only way he's going to be able to put those Copa America behind him. He wins his opportunity to be able to arguably go down the greatest in my view. So there's so much riding on it. So
if he doesn't win a World Cup, can't be called.
I don't agree with that personally, but I think in the view of a lot of people, they say that he does need to win, and not even one major to America. That's been But like I said, and the thing is, he wants the Ballon d'Or as well. If Ronaldo wins the Ballon d'Or again, that's fine. An individual aspect,
The thing with Messi, you're quite a bit younger. You don't remember Maradona's peak, but Maradona had a certain spirit that fight through any situation. Now, sometimes lived on the edge and wasn't the most upstanding, but in terms of football, he wanted to do everything for Argentina. Now, I can't say off the face of it Messi doesn't want it because they're just different characters. But there was something in Maradona that said that, I'm going to make this happen. He did.
Yeah, but I believe that there's fine line. Yeah, you can say that. It's easy to say that he's won. So the fact that you can say that he's won.
Yeah, because he's proven it.
But what I'm trying to say is, had he have not won, it'd be the same position as Messi. So had Messi had won that World Cup last time out,
he would have cemented his place as the greatest.
So that's it. There's
it's
fine,
a fine
lines.
line.
Yeah, unbelievably
when
fine lines.
When he missed that was 5 or 6 centimeters.
Yeah, I mean, and Higuain. Remember, Higuain had his chance.
Yeah.
And he's always been a bit of a choker on the big stage and really performed. And Argentina had those 2 big chances, and they were probably the game.
They were, yeah. And I also think just on the Maradona Messi. I mean, I'm bringing that because I remember like 80. Beat Brazil, took on 2 players midfield, passed it to Caniggia. Pretty good forward, not world class, but a good Caniggia rounded the keeper, Italia 90. But the point I'm trying to make is Maradona not only did it at World Cup level, what most people think would be an average team in the 80s of world-class players. Probably only had one, that was Maradona. But he did it at Napoli, who never won anything before he went in 283. And he was there 5 years and they won 2 Serie A's. Serie A was the strongest league in Europe. Juventus, you had Roma, you had Milan, Inter. And they won 2 Serie A's and they won 2 UEFA Champions League UEFA Cups. And I think they got to a final. And Maradona, in those days, in the 80s and 90s, defenders, they're not as protected. But anyway, Messi is still a genius, no doubt about that. But I think he needs to bring that through. And
what I'd say on that, first of all, in terms of Italia 90, that brings back some memory. Videotape of Italian, when you have a summary. My dad and my brother used to watch it all the time. It was when they had the big ball in Italy, isn't it?
Schillaci, the top. He was
some good times.
Little Italian.
Roberto Baggio.
He had a good tournament. He was through. With his
player.
Ponytail.
Yeah, he was the best in the world of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, coming back to Messi, I agree with you in terms of that's fair enough. Sometimes I think it's a bit unfair to say that Messi hasn't been to where, you know what I mean?
And that is Messi's choice.
Is he realistically, you're not going to go to...
No, you wouldn't have to go to a lower, but he could go to another, could have went to the league, German.
Yeah, but you got to look at what he's achieved. It's not just, you know what I mean? You could argue in terms of, he had, do you believe he had very good players? Is that what you...
Yeah, how would you class Xavi? Top 3.
Say there.
So if you imagine Xavi on your left, they get the ball, they defensive midfield defenders in that. Then you had Messi playing the left with Barcelona. That gave you maybe 10-yard space, and by that time Messi's taken on 2 and ran 30 yards. So they definitely made it easier for him.
That's fine.
Doesn't mean any player could do that.
Him. However, looking at it from another angle, as good as they were, who was the main man?
Yeah, Messi. Absolutely.
Yeah. So how good must he have been for him to remain the main man for the period of time he did, and with all those world-class side as well? So,
but they're different players. Xavi never. Iniesta maybe takes on one player. So, but what I'm trying to say is their way of playing complemented Messi and gave Messi stage to do what he did. But he still.
I agree, but that's always been the case. You play to your strengths. You play that. Let's see Tottenham with Harry Kane. Everything feeds through Harry Kane. That's why he scores incredible amount. Do you agree?
Yeah, he needs a service. Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. So when you've got a player who's that good, it's always going to be like that. Same with Ronaldo. What do? They just feed the ball to Ronaldo. Benzema, who's a striker, he doesn't necessarily play as a striker. He plays as a feeder for Ronaldo. And so Ronaldo gets the credit. But the point is for him to be able to win 5 Ballons, do what you believe.
So do you think Messi will do it? I know you want him to, but do you really think it?
I would like to think he'd be more determined, more motivation to be able to do it because he knows the cup.
Did he have any injuries at Barcelona?
But not that I know. But yeah, I mean, going back to, did you hear about Icardi?
No, really.
He's a very, very good.
Yeah.
I mean, for all the people who don't know who Jason is, it's not a watermelon type. He plays for Milan. For him not to make the squad, it's hard.
So did Argentina win their last qualifier or the last 1-3?
Yeah, I mean they needed to win that.
Was that Colombia or Rica? One of these. So I think he definitely scored a hat trick.
Who's that? Messi?
Yeah.
Last
was it the last one?
He did.
So the reason why I think it might be his time is a lot of things like this happen in a whirlpool, in a momentum. If he can carry that forward, and Argentina as a whole can carry that forward, then
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah,
But
yeah. So I think that could be a jump from qualifier. Yes, they did have it, but sometimes you see in football playoffs, 2 teams qualify, and then you get the other 4 playoffs. It's normally the team that finishes 6th and
yeah,
they
it's the
win 10
momentum
games
that
in a
comes
row.
through.
But not guaranteed. But that's
Yeah.
what I'm hanging my hat on.
But the answer to your question to it, I'd like him to do it,
So you
but I don't think
Messi's not good enough?
I wouldn't say good enough.
He's got Aguero.
He has,
he's
but
got,
then
Di Maria.
but then you got players like defender.
Otamendi, 35 million defence.
Yeah, 35. Yeah, it can be all the
Rojo,
how-
20 million, Man United.
Okay,
So you still need better players, does he?
sounds like a good
Comeback.
good fantasy football team there, man. Just thinking about
So
the
you think
players
Messi
on
needs
team.
better players than that? Then?
No, I think he needs
He goes to
more
the Brazil
cohesion.
team.
Need more cohesion
Better
in
manager.
terms of defence. Players, you can't win anything on your own. You need. So you name all the defence.
I've named 2 that are
Yeah,
20
2.
million players.
But how good are they?
They're in the Premier League,
Are in the Premier
playing
League.
for the champions.
They did. But how
and
good?
the 3rd place,
It's
2nd
fine,
place.
but number one, Rojo hardly was injured. Otamendi, yeah, he did well in a Man City side. However, they got Caballero, Willie Caballero, I hope he side, but we'll leave that. But the point is yeah, I mean midfield. Who have they got in midfield?
They've got a few good players.
Yeah,
I can't
but-
think of the names off my head, but they've never had a week. I mean, a few years ago, they Bron, they've had Riquelme,
The genie.
Ria's still there. The Gainer was. Yeah, I agree with you. Defensively, they're weak potential, but defensively, they seem to have a defence that doesn't tie the midfield. The midfield disjointed. I blame. I think they've got the Brazil very hot.
7-1.
Up until that point, they were very hot. But yeah, I know what you mean. There's a lack of cohesion. Individually, they've got the defenders, but they just do not seem solid at the back. And I think it was the World War, the one in South in the last 16. But okay, so I think we've covered Argentina. Messi's definitely last saloon if he wants to retire in the
Just to
sunset.
add, it's not just Messi. You look at Higuain, Aguero, Di Maria, pretty much their last opportunity.
Yeah, they've all grown up
Yeah,
around the
they're
same
all
era.
around. It's
Yeah.
like the England side,
Lampard, Beckham.
Essentially, the last time for them.
Golden
You
generation.
got to remember 4 years. Yeah.
Well, that group of players in Argentina could go back to World Cup 8, where they've been.
Like I said, I do believe last year
Yeah.
was.
Okay, so who do you think is going to win?
Yeah,
it
coming
then?
back to who I think said
With your-
Belgium,
with your
like
head.
France, the other. France have got very. Yeah. But saying that, Germany, I believe so. We said, "Whoa, it's
Big
a
statement.
talented player."
Yeah.
Why? What do you think? Who would you say yourself?
I would say France definitely got probably the strongest squad.
Yep.
If you look at their midfield, they've got Pogba. Okay, he hasn't had a great season at United. They're a very solid midfielder. Payet is injured, I believe, and out. Is he definitely
Is he
out?
out? Entirely sure.
Yeah, well, he definitely got injured in the Atletico Madrid UEFA Cup final. So, yeah, France definitely got everything, and they're very solid at the back as well. Really good defensive formation. So, yeah, so I think France probably my favourites. And Belgium, is it fair to still call them an outside, or they're pretty much one of the
if you look at
established?
the odds, are very 12
Decent
pretty,
price.
yeah. I was listening to somebody on the radio. He was a Belgian talent squad ever.
Oh, yeah, easily.
That's, I mean, I think in the past, in the old days, the semis.
They had a good team. Italian 90. There was a
Enzo
Schifo, yeah, and I think England beat him second and David. So, yeah, they've had a good sort of bunch of players, but I think
But when
that's
you
the
get
strongest.
to quarter-final or semi-final, it doesn't necessarily mean. But I think.
Well, sometimes you can punch above your weight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean.
Or an
so I think in
achievement.
terms of the quality side, we've got them.
Yeah. Okay. So you gotta go for one team. You're going for France. I'm gonna go. Germany always going to be there. Spain always going to be there. But because they had a very good Euros, really was Portugal. But do you think Portugal have
I
got
think
peaked
years
their
back.
first major international tournament? Yeah.
But yeah, if I'm honest, it's very.
Yeah, he never really.
They won.
And who do you think will be the player who will have the most?
Griezmann. I hope maybe good stars. Argentina.
I think Neymar could be the
He was
best.
looking sharp. Looking sharp. I mean, that goal that he scored recently.
So I think Neymar would be, and Messi, the best players tournament. Certainly, someone like Griezmann could light it up as well, or even Pogba as well. It depends what position Pogba plays. He plays a bit more attacking.
I would like to think I think that's Pogba. Remember when he played at Juventus? That's essentially scored it.
Attention.
Now.
No, I think the players of the tournament are definitely winning side. But just to finish off, I said I had a surprise question for you. So I think you sort of have hinted at it earlier. Your best memories of the World Cup? Just give us one. Shall I go? Shall I tell you mine? Then give you time to. 86 World Cup, Maradona's tournament. I think he got 4 goals and he must have 3 assists. The actual person who won the Golden Boot, the player, was Gary Lineker. I think he got 5 goals.
He won the Golden Boot?
Yeah, because he got a hat-trick in the groups to Portugal, I think. And then he got 2 more goals. I think they knocked down the quarter against.
Still quite an achievement.
It is, yeah. But the most impact was definitely obviously the 2 against England. He scored in the semi-finals against Belgium. Belgium semi-finals in 80. And just through the tournaments, he was doing some crazy stuff, scoring goals, assists. I think he got 1 or 2 assists. He's certainly the winner. There you go, the winner 3-2 West. And that tournament, probably the second appreciate the World Cup. So for me, it's the 86 World Cup.
I think in terms of World Cup, it'd probably be 90. In terms of an individual game, and last World game.
So why does that stand out for you? Because it wasn't obviously competitive.
It was a surprise, and if I remember,
Yeah. And who's been your favourite player in the world? The original. So you must remember 2002 Japan.
Yeah.
He was Golden Boot with 6. And he scored 1 again when Michael Owen scored first one. That was a very good tournament because the games were in the morning here, breakfast, having some friends around, England, Brazil, and a few other games. And a lot of the pubs were doing breakfast.
But I think the memory of '98 as well. Actually,
France.
That was Ronaldo's as well.
That's when he first came. It's a shame
the final.
What happened in the final?
All that controversy.
I think if he was there, I don't know, France.
Name.
The list. Then it was on. There was conspiracy theories. The sponsors wanted him back on. But that was a very good tournament, and that's kick-started France's ascendancy into the world.
But they're very good.
Zidane was coming up, Vieira, Petit. Then I think 2 years later, France won the Euro was in Portugal.
They won it in. Remember that golden goal,
Italy, Trezeguet.
Right at the end.
David Trezeguet. Yeah. Okay, so
I think just before we go, I just want to mention England.
Of course,
for me, this goalkeeper.
And if Harry Kane doesn't score, then really going to score. Dele Alli.
I would say.
Yeah.
But
definitely worth mentioning England. I think the press generally puts pressure to win the World Cup. You got to be realistic and say if England get more finals, to do that. But I can't see that happening.
Just before we go, there was a debate on this actually on the radio. They were saying about the mentality of, like you were saying about going to the quarterfinals, and that's a good tournament. Should you go with that mindset into a tournament where you're saying to yourself, if I reach anything other than the final, other than winning it, is that the correct mentality to have?
Yeah, you could argue it's a weak mentality, it's not a winner's mentality, or you could say it's a realistic mentality. You're sort of... It's good to set goals, but you don't want to set them too high that you set up to fail. So quarterfinals is you look at your team, you look at your form, and if you feel that's a good achievement, I think winning or success in a more general terms is not always about first place, because it does depend on your talent and your skill set. If it was all in the mind, then everyone would just go to a psychiatrist and get their mind sorted, and they win the tournament. So there's definitely a skill factor and talent, and above England I see Brazil, Argentina, Germany, France, quite a way ahead of England, Belgium. That's why I think if you take 4 or 5, 6 teams, that would make most of your quarterfinal, and obviously your semi-final roster. So that's why I picked quarterfinals. I think England could be 2 or 3 places behind, the quarterfinals, or coming up to the quarterfinals, where 6 of the teams you would probably expect Argentina, Brazil, Germany, and the usual suspects. With the odd surprise, and England I would think would be a surprise. Someone like Croatia could be a surprise at quarterfinals, and possibly Denmark as well. So Yeah, I think you got to be realistic. If you look at the last 10 World Cups, it's probably Argentina, Germany, Brazil, France, Spain have won the last 10 World Cups. That's over 40 years. So you don't get too many outsiders winning the World Cup. I know you get the odd Euro Championship, but the World Cup is a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just the mentality thing. I suppose is a debatable one because you need to be able to, you need to be able to believe in yourself before you can actually win anything. So yeah, that's all I would say on that.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Thank you, Diamond Geezer. Thanks for coming down and
it's been good
doing this special. So so this has been the MMA Shower podcast, sponsored by Hatton James Legal. We've just had a brief conversation really about the FIFA World Cup being held in Russia 2018, and I think we both predicted France to lift the trophy. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you and communicate on the next MMA Shower podcast. Thank you.